in here told me that y'all was still typing, but I couldn't see nothing, and it froze in the past. And I was talking, and I don't know if I was talking to myself or not. Not that I mind, not that I mind talking to myself, but I'm trying to chop it up with you guys. You know what I'm saying? Welcome to the Truth and Absolute channel once again, where I speak the truth and nothing but the truth. So help me, good God Almighty. Let's talk about Tank's latest interview. Let's talk about it, man. It's the Truth and Absolute channel where we leave the feelings at the door. Yo, bro, thanks for messaging me, man. I was like confused, man. I'm like, wait a minute. I think I'm talking to myself, man. I think this froze again. Thank you, brother. I saw the message come in. I'm like, uh-oh, they are typing. You guys are probably wondering, like, what's wrong with this dude? Is he not looking? Welcome back to the live, y'all. We keep it real in here. Fans of the sport, man. Fans of the sport itself. He said, Tank got mad because it's the age. Dang, bro. Tank got mad because we were talking crap. Oh, man, you think PBC owns YouTube now, huh? I put the thumbnail in there, man, because I'm telling you, I'm really trying to get to this, man. I'm trying to get to know people here. He said he thought Al Heyman, I got jumped by Al Heyman, huh? Douche. That would be hilarious, though, man. That would be damn hilarious, man. Oh, man, I don't know if any of you guys answered this, but I wasn't able to read none of that. Do any of you guys know what time the card starts this Saturday? Like, is it that crazy that we got to set a reminder, an alarm in the morning for a boxing match? You guys are back. Thank you. 9 a.m. is at Serviceros. 6 a.m. is that Pacific time? Damn, that's early, bro. What in the world, bro? Okay, cool. That's not horrible. That's not horrible. Okay, this is so new, bro. A boxing card. Like, I had to take the day off of work, bro, because it already happened to me a few times with these damn cards where I just took a leap of faith and I'm like, maybe I'll get out by the time the main event starts. I'm eating lunch at work and I'm just hearing comments or, about that thing, about the fights. Great Saturday morning. Absolutely, bro. So 6 o'clock. Okay, cool. Yeah, so it's going to be, I'm not going to front, man. I am kind of bummed about the Floyd Schofield and Shakur Stevenson fight falling apart, man. I was actually, that was one of the fights that I was actually really excited to watch. And we're spoiled, right? Because the whole card is dope. But when one of those fights falls off, it's like, damn it, man, we were excited to watch those. What the hell? It's all good, though. It's all good. We still got a lot of fights. I'm just hoping that from here to Saturday, no other fight falls off. You know what I'm saying? I'm hoping that the rest of them are legit. They're there. Yeah, Servicedo. That's why I have not caught in an Inoue fight, bro. It was too good to be true. Hopefully they make that fight again, man. Although, by the looks of it, man, I don't think Floyd Schofield could make 135. The kid is big for that division, like in muscular mass. Like he's a little too big for that division, I believe. But who knows? Maybe the magic potion or whatever they said got rubbed on him, got on there. Christopher the Prophet. If Tank loses to Lamont somehow, could you see Tank retiring? In all honesty, it might be better for the sport if he loses because he ain't trying to fight nobody elite. What up, Chris? Welcome to the live. First of all, my man. Let me see. I don't know, man, because this is the thing about it, man. Whether we like it or not, Tank does have a big following. Tank does have a big following. Myself, welcome to the live. So I would hope that if he lost, that he would redeem himself, come back and make a redemption fight, not quit. You know what I mean? I don't see. I'm gonna give Tank enough credit that if he somehow loses to Lamont Roach, that he is not going to retire. I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt, like I do everybody. Even though in that interview, in Tank's eyes, he already belongs on the Mount Rushmore of boxing, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he was trolling. I don't know, but the man does have a following, which could be good for the sport, or it could be bad, I guess. Because I'm telling you, Joaquin, what's good, bro? Because his fans, and Christopher the Prophet, you weren't here earlier, man, but I compared them to the movie Titanic. You know, let me see. It's like the movie Titanic where they were playing the music as the ship was going down. Joseph, man, what didn't he say in the interview? What didn't the man say? Here, the one that bothered me the most that I brought up earlier was when I said that, when he said that Floyd Mayweather set him up to put him in a lose-lose situation against Jose Pedraza. And he said the excuse for that is because Tank was only 16-0. Pretty much saying that he threw him in that fight way too early. And I'm thinking 16-0, bro, that's a hookup. Like, bro, that's a hookup. What are you talking about, man? That means the man believed in you. You saw it as a bad thing? I don't think Tank fights. And then that's another thing. That reminded me. Then Tank goes off and saying that he's not going to give Tio a fight because of the disrespectful things that he was saying. First of all, I'm like, bro, I don't know if a fight with Tank Davis gets you a bag like that. Okay, I mean, I know like Canelo, for example, if you fight Canelo, you hit the lottery. You're making a lot of money. I don't know how much they fight, so I'm not going to say when they fight Tank, but I don't think it's that kind of, I don't think it's that kind of money, to be honest with you. Tank will beat Tio. Who knows, man? Hopefully we see that one day, myself. Hopefully one day we see that, bro. Because as of right now, like I said, man, Tank already put himself on the Mount Rushmore of boxers. And you know what? Myself, he has the potential to do great, great things in the sport beyond just being known as a little knockout artist as he is. You know what I'm saying? Beyond that. However, it's you can't just talk about it. You got to be about it. Get in the ring and prove it. He was even bragging about Jose Pedraza and Ryan Garcia being the biggest wins. Pedraza fight was 8 years ago in 2017. That's my point, man. That's my point, man. And the thing is, bro, we see potential in Tank. If we didn't, why would he want him to take these fights? But it's like, bro, you got it, man. The problem with boxing is it's segregated by race. Nobody wants to actually look at the skills. Well, you know what, man? I think that's just boxing altogether, man. And we've said it plenty of times on the channel that boxing is it's a very particular sport because I would say if I mean, obviously, hypothetically, if you were to put all boxing fans into one building, right? I would say that you got maybe 75% that like events, which means they like the big fights, right? The big names. They'll watch a Tank fight. They'll watch a Canelo fight. They'll watch, that heavy of name. But then they're also looking at hoping for knockouts, that same crowd. It's a very small percentage that's actually looking what a fighter does inside of that ring skill-wise. And and myself, that's where it's wrong, bro. I mean, you should just like boxing. Forget the color, man. Who cares, right? That should not matter. We should just be able to look at the skills of a fighter. Whatever skills you like to watch. Myself, I like defensive fighters. I like guys that got good defense inside the ring. I like dudes that could slip punches, that could make you miss. Those are the fighters that I like watching. But that's not everybody's cup of tea, which is fine. Right, which is fine, but it's not based on he looks this way, he looks that way. That's just completely wrong. Yeah, straight up, bro, straight up, all day, man. But the other thing, man, the other thing was the back and forth speaking about Lamont Roach, because you look at Lamont Roach's record, man. What is he? 21-1 with about 8 or 9 knockouts, right? And one, what's good, bro? What's good? So to try to convince, people listening to the podcast and the interviewer himself that Roach has a punch, the interviewer saying himself like, bro, Roach is good, but you're on a different level, Tank Davis, right? He's pretty much telling him why not fight these other dudes. And then to go off and say that you're more skilled than all of them and all that garbage, is like, bro, perhaps, but you got to prove it, my man. You got to prove it. What's up, y'all? Welcome to the live. If you're not subscribed, make sure that you hit that subscribe button. Hey, yo, who else is on? And then, he tried to make that fight with Rayo Valenzuela. Tank Davis did. But he was trying to bring him down to 135. And once again, it's just not a good look. So you try to bring him down to 135, right? And then I'm sure you were trying to negotiate some kind of catch weight. And at the same time, I'm sure you were probably trying to put a rehydration clause on the dude. Then to come out and say it's because he's this big, it's like, bro, great fighters challenge themselves. Okay, win, lose, or draw, great fighters, they challenge themselves. Tank has an advantage in his size. I know he's little, so I call him Little Tank, but he has an advantage because his walk around weight is not too far from his fighting weight. In other words, he doesn't got to kill himself to make weight. He doesn't got to lose strength. He doesn't got to lose none of that. It's an advantage for him. But because that's an advantage for him, he should at very least jump up to 140. At very least. Carlos, what's good, bro? Tank is the face of black fighters right now, just like Canelo is for Mexicans. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't see that myself, to be honest with you, man. Hey, man. Hey, and one, man. Y'all gotta put it in this comment section, bro. Tell him I'd love to. I would love to, man. Request it on his channel for sure. I don't know, man, because, and again, man, myself, I don't really look at that. And honestly, when I am talking to, someone that's black about fighters, whether it be on social media in real life, it just depends, man. Honestly, I'm going to say no. It just depends if that person is a boxing fan or if they're a Tank fan. You know how in basketball, sometimes they'll ask a question like, are you a Laker fan or are you a Kobe fan? Right? Are you diehard Lakers or are you diehard because Kobe was there? God rest his soul. And it's the same thing with Tank Davis. It's like, are you a fan of the sport? Are you a fan of boxing? Or are you a fan, excuse me, y'all. Are you a fan of the sport or are you a fan of Tank Davis? Are you drawn to his story, his upbringing, what he came from to where he is now? Could you kind of relate to him, right? When he talks about his background, could you relate to that? And you admire what he did. Therefore, whether Tank was an actor, whether he was a musician, whether he hosted a podcast, would you just follow him everywhere he went because you like the character that he is? That's what I see with him, bro, to be honest with you. So myself, a question for you, bro, and I'm really glad that you're here, man. But so what do you think it is, man? Do you think it's that he knocks people out, or do you think that people could relate more to him, right? Like which one is it? Because, for example, man, you got Terrence Bud Crawford, right? Family guy. He's married. He got kids. He raises his kids. That's what he does. You know what I'm saying? And Bud Crawford is nice. I mean, he's one of the top fighters in the game, right? Then you got Tank Davis, right? It looks like he's raising his daughters, right? But he's been in trouble in the past. He's done the hit and run. He had the incident with his baby mama at that. I don't know what kind of event it was, right? He's trying to be in his kids' life, and we applaud that. But he's not the family guy that Terrence Bud Crawford is. And honestly, the more complete fighter is Terrence Crawford, in my opinion. And that's why I say, are they rooting for Tank Davis? No, myself, I'm going to agree. I'm going to agree with you. Well, let me see. Where is it? I'm going to agree with you. There's in all colors, right? There's people that follow the sport because they make it a race thing. I agree with you 100%. But let's exit those people out. Let's talk about the actual boxing fans. The people that you see watching Tank is because they see something special in Tank, right? Is they see something special in Tank, or can they relate to his background? Yeah, Christopher, straight up, straight up, straight up. So I mean, I get what you're saying myself. Unfortunately, it is big in the sport of boxing. You see it on social platforms. What I'm saying from what you see, let me see. I admit there's better boxers than black fighters, but most people will root for their own people. No, I get that part. No. Yeah, I get what you're saying, bro. But I'm saying, is it more because they relate to the? So just, I, I think you're kind of missing what I'm saying. So Tank Davis, right? Tank Davis. If I'm a dude that has money, right, and I see what Tank Davis is, his backstory, his look. I'm definitely going to try to sell him to a certain type of person. Maybe people with the same background, right? Maybe there's people that come from where he comes from that have that same story. Growing up, I believe, in a single parent home, he didn't have much. He came up from the ghetto and he made it to where he is today. I get all that. I get all that. So is it more the character or what he does in the ring? Because as far as in the ring, he's not that accomplished. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, no, I get you. I get you, man. Yeah. And yo, myself, man, I appreciate you being here, bro, because those are the real conversations that I wanted to have. So I appreciate you. And you know, and that's where, and this is where I gave Tank Tank the benefit of the doubt, because let's be real, PBC is holding on for dear life right now. They got Tank Davis has got to be their biggest star, and I would say the next star has to be David Benavidez for sure. It has to be David Benavidez for sure after Tank Davis, right? So if I'm someone that's holding on by a thread, and that thread is Tank Davis, I'm going to be very careful how I move him. I'm going to be extremely careful how I'm matching him up, right? So because what's crazy to me is, you know, that he did not do a fight with Turkish Al Sheikh. And it has nothing to do with bending the knee. It has nothing to do with bending the knee at all, okay? Because he would have got big money. The exposure was already there. If anything, it would have grew. But I just know under Turkish Al Sheikh, David Benavidez is going to be at the fights this weekend, and he's a PBC fighter, you know? And he's a PBC fighter. So I'm thinking, why can Tank Davis be there? But because Benavidez is looking for certain fights that are going to be heavy duty fights. Okay, he's looking at the better beefs. He's looking at Bivol. He's hoping to land a Canelo fight. Those are, I mean, you could call him not really taking a risk. He's challenging himself. Let's just say that. So if Tank were to jump into that lineup, he'd get paid. He'd get all that. But now I'm like, okay, are his handlers not allowing him to go that way? Because they're holding on for dear life, and he's the one that's making their money. Frank, thank you, my man. Appreciate you being here, bro. So I give him the benefit of the doubt when it comes to that, bro. I really, really do. Give me 1 second, guys. I actually got food cooking. I think I burned it. 1 sec. Ah, dang it, bro. Yo, Aztec, don't be telling no one to leave, bro. Let me see. How did Aztec already tell everyone to leave? Oh, you could hear that. Yeah, the script. Yeah, I kind of burnt the food that I was making to yeah, we got caught on this. Had some like chicken marinating in some like soy sauce just so the chicken didn't go bad, and damn it, soy sauce burns really quick. You guys be you guys be careful with that, man. Oh man, yo. So, anyways, man. So, what's your guys' take on the whole Floyd Schofield situation, man? Do you think that he was just struggling to make weight, or do you guys think that somebody really slipped something into his water or whatever they were talking about? Make sure you guys hit the subscribe button if you're not subscribed already. Yeah, I didn't see Shakur scared to fight that guy. What's crazy is if you watch an interview that Shakur Stevenson did with my boy Andre Ward, he was saying that he was accused by the Schofield team of sending somebody to steal, his passport, which it sounds like a crazy story, man. To be honest, I think that he just could not make the weight. I think that he could not make the weight. I think I put out on a video earlier that Friday, Valentine's Day, the 14th, he was weighing at 138.6, which is just 3 pounds and some change over the weight limit, over the 135 weight limit. Now, he was looking super, super cut, okay? But it looked like at this point, what he'd be burning to lose the weight, he would get down. I mean, at that point, it would be unhealthy. Okay, mark my words. When we see Floyd Schofield back in the ring, it's going to be at 140. It's going to be at 140. I don't see him making 135. No, not after this, bro. Not after this. Either that, or he just didn't, or he wasn't disciplined enough through the fight. Leading up to the fight, and that's what Shakur said. That's what Shakur said, is that fight week. And like I said on the video, man, these guys could tell this stuff really, really good. They could tell this stuff really, really good, because you look at both of them and you're like, okay, they're both in shape. But they could look at each other and be like, yo, he's looking kind of big. He's looking kind of big. He's not making weight. He's going to struggle to lose that weight. 3 pounds does not seem like a lot. It does not seem like a lot. You think you could use the restroom, run around the neighborhood in a garbage bag and think you could lose that weight. But it does not quite happen like that. It does not quite happen like that. That chain though, oh man, it's funny, man. This is like the only chain that I got. I didn't purchase this chain, just so y'all know, okay? This right here, this piece right here, I got this from my once upon a time brother-in-law like 10 years ago, maybe if not, stainless steel. And I just had it. I found it recently. It was actually broken. I glued it back together. This chain, my son was on vacation with his mom and he found it behind a dresser in the hotel room. So it's more the sentimental value with the chain than like, don't think I got it like that and I paid for it. No, absolutely not. It's just one I'll keep because my son found it and he gave it to me. You know what I mean? Anyways, let me see. Aztec got a good point. Hit that like button. Hit the subscribe button if you're not subscribed already. Anyway, man, who's going to be watching the fight this Saturday, bro? I could not believe the price, man. I could not believe the price. Yeah, make sure y'all hit that like button, man. It's always fun, man. I swear, these lives are always the best, man. I like when we get, somebody else bringing a different, I like all that. So is it going to be a kind of odd trading in your cold drinks for some coffee in the morning? Hot chocolate, whatever you drink in the morning, glass of milk, watching boxing? Paul, my man Paul, what's going on, Paul? Gonna have to watch it at work. Yeah, it's in Saudi, bro. Paul, that's why I got the day off, bro. And one, I could tell you watch the videos. Hit me with that 3-piece. Appreciate you, bro. Yeah, Anthony, sometimes it goes that way, bro, but I got to address it, man, because, sometimes when it comes on like that, I address it because that's what the channel is. You know what I mean? Sometimes you could go on the attack mode, but I really like having these kind of conversations. You know what I mean? Like my dude, I always remember Melvin. You guys remember Melvin. He stops by here every now and then. He has the capital letters all the time. He came in as a heckler one time, ended up subscribing, so I like the dude. El Chimi said, cold beer at 6 a.m. My gosh, man, you are a warrior. Oh yeah, no, I feel you, brother. I feel you, my man. Anthony Pena, now I feel you, bro. Let me see. I had 5-7 fights on Saturday. I absolutely did not want to miss. Schofield being out, I'm still interested in the Stevenson fight. Yeah, yeah, no, absolutely, man. It's we were actually talking about it earlier. I'm not sure if you were here, Alden Gore, but we were talking about that. How we're still spoiled because this card. Hell, we would have been watching this fight even if it was just Bivol and Beterbiev, right? I mean, we all would have been watching it regardless. And we got a lot of fights to look forward to. Parker, Dubois. We got Madrimov, Virgil Ortiz Jr., which I think could steal the whole damn show. And we were looking. I think Callum Smith is on that card too. It's a stacked card. It's insanely stacked card. But I was looking forward to Shakur and Schofield. I was looking forward to seeing him in there. Jimmy, that's the plan. Let me see. Paul said, let's talk about Virgil. He's one of my favorites. How do you think he's going to do? Is it going to be a battle? But I want to say he's got this one. So I actually heard an interview earlier today, Paul, and he was talking about him and Madrimov used to spar and that he's expecting a good fight. He's expecting a good fight. I'm expecting a good fight. And, you know, the thing is, man, I don't see Madrimov fighting Virgil Ortiz the way that he fought Terrence Crawford because they're just two totally different fighters. I think Madrimov at some point, or maybe the majority of the fight, is actually going to fight inside that ring. I don't think Madrimov is going to be, you know, going out 12 rounder. No, I think Ortiz stops him. I think Ortiz stops him around the 9 rounds. I could be wrong though. Madrimov surprised all of us when he fought Terrence Crawford. You know, he surprised all of us in that. He surprised the hell out of me. But they both look ready, man. They both look ready for the fight. And that's what you want, man. You want both fighters to bring their A game. Do I think Madrimov's style gives him problems too? I don't know, man, because Virgil brings it. Virgil brings it. You know what I mean? Frank the Tank said, I haven't watched one fight in Saudi. It's too early for me. I've only caught it's the Usyk and Fury fights. I caught those. Shoot, I had to get out of work early and like rush home to make those fights, but I missed complete cards for the same reason. Yeah, Virgil is nonstop, bro. Madrimov knows what he has in front of him. These fighters are somewhat familiar with each other. Oh, Frank, I think we all agree with you on that one, bro. We like the 6 o'clock cards. Yeah, absolutely. That's I mean, I'm pretty sure all of us grew up on those 6 p.m. cards, right? Like they just have a certain feeling to them, bro. They have a certain feeling ever since a kid. You know, it's special, bro. It's special. Yeah, we're still all getting used to him, man. We're still getting used to him. I think the Canelo card in May is going to actually be in Saudi, if I'm not mistaken. However, it's going to be a Sunday morning card in Saudi, which we'll still get it in the evening. I grew up on afternoon cards, CBS, ABC, and NBC. Oh, man, that's what they need to do with boxing again, to get it out there again. Anyway, fellas, I do go in at 5 a.m. tomorrow, man, so I'm going to cut it off right here. And hey, yo, real talk, like a lot of you guys are always at the live, and I appreciate you guys more than you guys know. Okay, like I pretty much know exactly where you guys are from. I know, you know, what are you guys are gonna like, you know, give me a hard time with in a joking manner and all that. But I appreciate y'all, just so you know, man. So yeah, I'll be in contact. I'll be putting out more content, obviously, as we get closer to the fight. Thank y'all for stopping through. Great conversation, man. Much love to y'all. God bless. And thank y'all for spending the night with me, man. Yo, salute, brother. Y'all take it easy, man. Peace.